playing, but
Billy Joel and Elton John. What do you think?
well, Elton John, I think, maybe the first 3 or 4 albums, he had some excellent ballads, some good singer-songwriter stuff, but after that, it was, Panic and Selloutville, and not much after that. Billy Joel, I was never really into his music, even though he's a lot better keyboard player than Elton John ever was. Elton John is a chop liver artist there, chop shop player. Billy Joel had like a classical schooling background to him, even though he's not that technical or anything. He's not, on the level of a Rick Wakeman or a Tony Kaye or John Lord or the Armadillo Bandit or whatever. I'm not really into either one of them, to tell you the truth.
Me neither. I've got like 3 Billy Joel CDs. I got at ShopRite for $6 a piece. I probably wouldn't have paid more than that for them. I probably wouldn't have bothered spending, over $6 or $7 for them. They're just for,
So I guess they're playing Citizens Bank Park tonight, the 2 of them. I guess every so often they tour together, but I don't know, it's just more commercialism going amok as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I got Elton John, I got Yellow Brick Road and a best of by him, and then got 1 double CD best of, and I got something else by him. I don't know.
Speaking of radio, and there's Alan, he checked out our videos. Hey Alan, what's happening? Alan Black, the Beatles expert, Alan Black. Remember Alan and Lynn? They had that great show on mornings on WMVB for years.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was the best radio around here. I mean, at least, we could talk about music from the 60s and 70s and politics and, fun stuff. It was really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, now you got basically nothing around here. You got the Corky Warrens of the world preaching about, D.D. Sharp and Lou Christie and Bowser Wowzer of Sha-Na-Na. I'm going to grease it up, Bowser Wowzer, At least before we had talk about the greatest band on the planet, the Beatles,
Yeah.
Remember them?
Yeah.
The Beatles?
The Beatles.
There was some clown I used to work with that said that the Beatles only had 10 good songs. What do you think of that, Andy?
Well, obviously they've got more than 10 good songs, more like 10 good albums.
Yeah,
the whole albums,
right.
all the way through.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they're going to be remastering all the Beatles CDs, releasing them in September. So that'll be something for me to buy. FYE is going to have CDs for $10. They have them now for $10 each in FYE. So.
I mean, the Beatles were, one of the most innovative, if not the most innovative rock band ever. They launched the British Invasion.
Yeah.
They were probably the first group that actually, wrote their own songs, rock band. They were, Lennon and McCartney were probably the best singer-songwriter combination in history. The Beatles were great singers. George Harrison was a great writer. I mean, Ringo was no writer, but, he held his own as a drummer with them. I mean, they were a phenomenon on top of phenomenons. I mean, there was nobody like them. They had hit after hit after hit after hit. I don't know. I think one time they had the top 5 songs on the chart all at once or something. Like, it's just, they even launched prog. I mean, they were really the first progressive rock band, like stuff off of Sgt. Pepper. They were actually, doing progressive music way before, all these other, the Nice and Yes and ELP and Genesis and Tull and Giant and Renaissance and all those bands. And, the Beatles are just, incredible. Nothing better than Lennon and McCartney as far as, writing songs. And they could write songs that a 70-year-old person could listen to, Yesterday, and anybody could listen to a song like that. Their, melodies were incredible, and everything about their songwriting was awesome. And they were a great rock band, too.
Yeah, they weren't just a a great rock band from the 60s. They were more like a 20th century event.
Yeah,
A
absolutely.
major event of the 20th century.
Absolutely. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, they were just. I guess people put Elvis up there with them, or Frank Sinatra. New York, New York. I'm gonna wake up in a city that doesn't sleep. But yeah, I mean, even the Stones, as great as they weren't the Beatles.
I know.
People say the Stones are the greatest rock and roll band in the world. Yeah, well, their legacy keeps going on and on and on and on and on. The Beatles actually quit touring, August '66 or something. So that's like over 43 years ago or whatever. But I don't think there's no phenomenon like the Beatles. Not even Michael Jackson.
Yeah, the Beatles could write a song like Yesterday. They could write a ballad like Penny Lane, and then they could write a heavy metal or hard rock song like Helter Skelter.
Or Revolution, whatever.
Revolution.
Right,
I
exactly.
believe they actually dropped the amp from the ceiling and broke the speaker, or they put a knife into the woofer into the speaker cabinet to get that fuzz effect. And then they created a fuzz pedal later on to have that effect. The electronic people or the scientists, and whenever new pedals would come out or new effects, the Beatles would be the first ones to get their hands on all that stuff. That was a deal with that.